In this final video tutorial about organizing your data in Google Sheets, we're going to look at the Explore feature. The Explore feature is particularly nice when you're just not sure exactly how you want to organize your data, because the Explore feature is all about making suggestions for different ways that you can do exactly that. So we will find the option to Explore in the bottom right-hand corner of the Google Sheet. And when you click on it, it's going to pop out a window on the right-hand side with various options. For example, at the very top, it says that you can ask a question about your data, and then it gives you some examples of question types that you might ask or answers that they might provide. Right underneath of the answers, there is the simple formatting suggestion of alternating colors so that it's much easier to read the sheet. And then we get into options like insert a pivot table or various types of charts down here underneath. For any of these, if you hover on the right-hand side, there is the option to insert this exact type of chart, or same option for the pivot table here. But if this is not exactly the pivot table that I would like to put into it, I can choose more to see different examples of pivot tables that could be created specifically for the data on this sheet. So they're taking the question here, Babe Ruth began his major league career up here, and they're comparing it with the average score. The question down here about the first Super Bowl and which teams played in it is compared with email addresses, and that one is great because that tells me how many people chose each answer. So I can see that 2 people in this particular group who completed the assessment picked Baltimore Colts, 2 of them picked the Cowboys and the Colts, 6 picked Cowboys, Green Bay Packers. And if I click on that to expand it, I can further see this option down here at the very bottom that was Kansas City Chiefs and Green Bay Packers. 7 people picked that, and that was the right answer. So I can very quickly see that the majority picked the right answer, or at least more than picked any other answer singularly selected there. So if I like this, I have the option here at the top to click on Insert Pivot Table. If it's not quite what I was looking for, I can click this X, close out of it, and go back to looking at the different pivot tables that they suggest. If I decide that I don't like any of them, I can exit or click this little white arrow to get out of the option to look closer at pivot tables, and I'm right back at the various Explore options that are recommended for this sheet. Depending on the type of data that you have, different options are often suggested under Explore, so it's always worth taking a look at what Sheets or what Google thinks you could do with this data to organize it better.